Hello everybody. I wanted to make a little video in English today to share some of the blogs that I frequent and read um, on a nearly daily basis. There are blogs about languages, and linguistics. So let's start with something that's not actually a blog. It's a live journal community that I've actually talked about before. It's called Lingua Files. I'm going to post all these links in the video description. Lingua Files is a live journal community about languages, linguistics. It's quite active, quite interesting. Students of many languages and students of linguistics, etc., post regularly. I post there. I participate in the community. So if you have a live journal account, give it a look. Next up is a very honorable mention, a very famous blog, very notorious one, and for good reason. It's called Language Log. Language Log is about languages, and linguistics. Specific languages being discussed usually involve English and Chinese, but other languages are also referenced, like French and many other languages. It's really good stuff, serious stuff, good analysis, and some big names post there. It has many different authors. I think it's ran basically by linguist Mark Lieberman, but a number of other linguists post there. For example, Jeffrey Pullum and John McWhorter and many others, like for example Ben Zimmer, Arnold Zwicky, and many others, including prominent Synologist, that means an expert in Chinese, Victor Mair or Mair, however you spell it, however you pronounce it, M-A-I-R. Next up, the website / blog Language Hat. Language Hat is a great blog about languages. I think it's ran by a linguist, and he makes many posts. One of his languages of choice is Russian. All the posts are in English, but some of the posts are about Russian. And he references, all these topics. Next up, the Omniglot blog. Many of you are probably already familiar with the marvelous resource that's omniglot.com. Well, the author runs a blog called One Language is Never Enough, and he's a lot of fun. The blog's a lot of fun, and every once in a while he posts Guess the Language contest, which, he posts some audio and people try to guess, and it's fun. It's an interesting and fun blog. He has many posts about etymology also. Next up, for those interested in phonology and phonetics specifically, John Wells' phonetic blog. John Wells is the author of the book Accents of English. He's a phonetics expert, and he has this blog which is just wonderful. If you're interested in this kind of stuff, it's a great resource. It's serious, but it's fun. Next up, a blog about English, specifically about the differences between British and American English, or so-called British English, so-called American English. Many of these differences are, of course, about spelling, but many others are about word use, word meanings, and different words. And it's just a great language for anyone interested in English and in the international aspects of English. And if you're really interested in English, you're going to be interested about this aspect of English, the regional differences. So the blog's called Separated by a Common Language. And, well, I'll post a link in the description. Next up, the blog Peter Harvey Linguist. Now, Peter Harvey is a linguist who has many years of experience teaching English as a foreign language in Spanish-speaking countries, specifically Spain. And well, it's a real interesting blog. Sometimes focuses on the Spanish or English, teaching English to Spanish speakers, differences between Spanish and English, and so on. An interesting blog, all in all. Next up, this is a blog ran out of the Economist's website. You might know the Economist. It's a publication, a magazine. And they do have an online version, of course, and they have a blog about language called Johnson. And it has several authors, and they also post some interesting stuff. And a lot of the posts are about English, but not all of them are about English. They're also about other languages, and it's an interesting blog. Next up, and one of my subscribers, Peter Brown, aka El Cantre, is gonna like this one. This one's called Filius lunae. Filius lunae. And the subtitle of the blog is, well, that means son of the moon, and it and the subtitle is Thoughts about the Romance Languages. And this is a blog dedicated basically to the Romance languages. Among them, Catalan, French, Galician, Occitan, Portuguese, Romance, Romanian, Spanish, and the mother language, Latin. And El Country, I think, is going to appreciate this blog. I think it's a great blog for anyone interested in Romance languages. And also, Peter's going to like this one because, Peter, you should really check out the latest Friday 17th post, because it's about a podcast ran out of Finland called Nunti Latini, which is basically a podcast in spoken Latin about current events. So you might be interested in that, and other students of Latin might be interested in that. Next up, a blog called The Language of Food, ran by Dan Jurafsky, who is a linguist who teaches at Stanford. And this is a blog. It's not updated very often, but it's updated every once in a while. And these are lengthy posts that he puts up regarding his research on language of food. For example, his latest post from November 23rd is about Turkey, the etymology of the word Turkey, and so on and so forth. Finally, last but not least, the DCblog, which is none other than David Crystal's blog. David Crystal, prominent and well-known linguist from England, who is a very interesting guy. He's very good with words. He's good at explaining things, I guess we could say. And his blog is mainly about English, but also about language and languages in general. Okay, that's about it. I'm going to post all the links in the description, and I hope that you'll check him out and see what you find interesting. Maybe you'll end up becoming a regular, like I am. Either way, that's about it. Check out the blogs and leave me a comment if you like, and let me know what you thought. Alright, catch you guys later.